The Lakeline Railroad is a 32-mile short line running through Manitoba's Interlake region, connecting the Diageo Distillery just north of Gimli to the city of Selkirk. The line also serves local wheat farmers via Gimli siding and the Netley elevator. The Lakeline's operations are rather typical for a small-town short line, but the railway's history here is anything but. In 1901, the Canadian Pacific Railway bought 330 acres of land on the southwestern shore of Lake Winnipeg. General Manager Sir William White had noticed the 2-mile crescent during a pleasure cruise and figured it would make an excellent summertime playground for the city of Winnipeg just 40 miles to the south. The Selkirk branch line was extended to the site in 1902, and the first train arrived at Winnipeg Beach on the 6th of June 1903. The resort was a smash hit, and the railway built hotels, parks, and piers to accommodate the massive weekend crowds. At the outbreak of World War I, the CPR was running 13 trains between Winnipeg and the beach every day. People from all walks of life came by train to ride the roller coaster, party at the dance hall, and take romantic strolls along the boardwalk. Young working couples left at midnight on the Moonlight Special, while Winnipeg's well-to-do returned to their nearby cottages. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. By 1950, nearly all of Winnipeg Beach's visitors were driving there on a paved highway, and the younger generation was drawn more to the beach itself than the paid attractions. The last Moonlight Special ran at the end of the 1956 season, and passenger service was cut entirely in November 1960. Winnipeg Beach closed permanently in 1964, and the resort was demolished shortly thereafter. Winnipeg Beach remains a popular summer destination for many Winnipeggers, but not on dreary Thursday mornings like these. Today, the former resort features an improved boardwalk, a full-service campground, and plenty of open space. The only structure remaining from the original resort is this 130-foot water tower, built in 1928. Even the old 6-track passenger station was reduced to a parking lot, except for this neat multi-mark caboose. This was the perfect spot to catch the old RS-18 locomotive heading northbound with 3 empty tankers. I then headed up to Willow Creek to catch the train at the trestle. The lake line runs at just 15 miles an hour, so I had plenty of time to set up. All along the line you can see hints of former CP ownership, such as this old no trespassing sign. By 1906, the Winnipeg Beach branch line had been extended north to the town of Gimli. This area was colonized in 1875 by the first Icelandic immigrants to North America. Even today, nearly a quarter of Gimli's residents identify as Icelandic. The locals are proud of their unique heritage, and you can find signs of Nordic influence throughout the town. While fishing and agriculture still dominate the local economy, downtown Gimli has grown into a tourist hotspot, featuring a sandy beach and a small craft harbor. The Lakeline stops at Gimli Siding just west of Highway 9, and the locomotive runs around the tankers. This gives us a perfect opportunity to admire the subject of today's chase. The unlabeled locomotive is former Wabush Lake Railway number 911, built by Montreal Locomotive Works in 1965. After wearing her old colors for well over 50 years, she got a well-deserved coat of fresh paint last fall. With the engine coupled to the south end of the consist, the conductor climbs on board the front, now the back, of the train. He uses two-way radio to communicate with the engineer as they run a mile and a half in reverse to the Diageo Distillery. This sprawling 5-acre facility is the home of Crown Royal, the best-selling Canadian whiskey brand. Each day, this plant uses 10,000 bushels of rye, corn, and barley trucked in from across Manitoba, along with almost 1 million gallons of naturally filtered water. Nearly 1.5 million barrels of whiskey are aging here at any given time. From here, the finished product is shipped by rail to Amherstburg, Ontario for blending and bottling. Looking north from the plant, we can see where the tracks used to continue to Riverton. The right-of-way was abandoned in 1991 and converted to a multi-use trail. The entire line was narrowly saved from a similar fate. Canadian Pacific attempted to sell the remainder of the Winnipeg Beach subdivision in 2003, but that deal fell through. By 2009, CP was threatening abandonment. In response, a group of local farmers came together and purchased the line with the help of a $1.25 million loan from the provincial government. Since beginning operations in 2012, the Lakeline has been busy catching up on track maintenance after decades of neglect under CP. Heading back through Winnipeg Beach, I caught the train at this 4-way grade crossing just across from Salty's Drive-In. If you follow Road 232 south to Dunnottar and turn right on Central Avenue, you'll find the former Dunnottar Station. This was one of 3 stations built in 1903 to serve the cottage developments of Penema, Whitewald, and Matlock. While originally intended to be temporary, this station served right through to the end of passenger service. Today, the restored station hosts artifacts which tell the story of the village of Dunnottar and the railway that created it. The station is open to the public on weekends from June through September, and by appointment. I was ready to call it a day, but not before one last shot of the train running along Matlock Beach and through this unique pedestrian-only crossing. As you can see, the Lakeline is a historic little railroad that's easy to chase and chock full of great filming spots. If you're ever in the Winnipeg area on a Thursday or Friday, I highly recommend taking the drive up Highway 9 to check it out. As for myself, well, I've still got the whole southern leg to catch. Until next time, thank you for watching.